Power 92. We are #1 in the streets.
In the building right now, All-Star Weekend is Celebrity Out, man. And the homie JadaKiss is in the building right now. What's popping?
What's good, brother? You know, I'm happy to be here. Always loving the Shy.
Yes, sir.
I get a lot of love, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Well, you're here, bro. You got the new project coming out right now, man. Tell me about it.
February 28th, ladies and gentlemen, Ignatius, new project. My partner, A&R, big homie. Mm-hmm. He passed from colon cancer. You know, we lose people every day from different ailments, but I went from speaking to him every morning to being one of the last people to find out that he was fighting colon cancer. And by the time they let me see him, he died in the next 48 hours. So that was like a shock to my.
Yeah.
He was influential in my music career, my regular life. You know, just a good spirited, good energy person to have in your staff. Like he started off as the A&R Rough Riders, and then when my big homie D had the accident and Rough Riders went down, I hired him, and he was working with me for the last 10 years, 10, 11 years. So to lose him, it hurt me. I didn't know what I was going to do for a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as my day-to-day, getting my production and all the stuff that he used to do for me. So
Man.
I just felt like dedicating a project in his name. His real name was Ignatius Maurice Jackson. So that's the title of the album, Ignatius. I did a lot of things that he always wanted me to do, and musically on there, features, people that he always wanted me to work with, some production that he left that we was gonna work on. And sort of like a sense of closure. You know what I mean? Dropped this project in his name. Hopefully I could give some proceeds to his 2 children.
Absolutely.
His foundation. The cover art is actually a painting, an art piece that we're gonna auction off and do some of the proceeds also to his family and his foundation. And then I could get back to the regular scheduled program, New Locks album, New Locks documentary, and just go back to killing people again. Lyrically.
Hey, well, considering that you talked about, you know, the homie passing away, right now you got Kobe out of nowhere dying, you know what I'm saying? Like, from your day-to-day right now, how do you handle just, you know, being an artist and a family man? Like, how do you balance that off right now?
You separate the worlds, you know. When you go to work, 9 to 5 or whatever your studio hours is, that's my job. When I go home, I'm a dad, I'm a father, I'm a regular human being with, you know, feelings and emotions and problems and things that human beings go through. So you gotta, when you home, you home. When you at work, you at work. You never take your business too personal, and never take your personal life to your business.
Absolutely.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. And then how do you handle the stress, though? Because this is a very stressful game. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 other brothers, partners, Styles and Sheik Luch, and they, you know, that helps take off a lot of stress, having them to talk to, having them. I didn't have to go through it by myself. You know what I mean? We came up together from young teenagers, and we still together now all these years. So, you know, it's good to, the 3-man group, that's a good thing to have it when problems come and strifes and, you know what I mean, mishaps and things in the business that's usually gonna go wrong. It's good to have some partners to sort it out with. Besides just being a strong black man.
I mean, already. You know, I mean, we're people don't really understand how strong we are as black people, and creatively, and how we can go through so much and still like make it happen.
Do what you have to do, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's, you know what? Unfortunately, we have been conditioned to be on survival mode.
They trained us. They made us savages.
Yes. You made us this way.
He made us this way.
For real, bro. Do you have any mentors right now you looking up to right now? You know what I'm saying? On the rise of the game.
Just try to keep, you know, you follow what Hov is doing. And not just Hov, anybody from our ethnic background that's doing good, positive things in their community, musically. You know what I mean? You wanna feed off that and do the same thing. You wanna own things.
Yep.
You wanna manage your money properly and live life. You know what I mean? Life is short, so you gotta have fun at the same time. But you wanna own some things while you're here. You wanna leave some things to your children if you have kids, and you just wanna enjoy it.
Absolutely. Now we talking about like everybody's probably like want to hear your mindset about the Mase Diddy situation.
Yeah. I've been getting asked
You've been getting that a lot, frequently.
And I'm gonna continue to say the same thing. You know, Diddy's our big brother, the big homie. And we were fortunate enough to get our publishing back.
Okay.
So I can't cross that line because we did that when we did the whole Let the Locks Go campaign.
Mm-hmm.
But on that same Tokyo Drift, Mase is our brother also, and I'm going to always be for the artist because the artist is at the bottom of the totem pole in this particular business.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just think and wish they work it out without it. It's already public now, but
yeah,
it's still enough space and love there for them to meet up and talk it out like men and work it out. You know what I mean? It's business. We handled it differently. Anybody that's listening or watched us on YouTube doing the rant, you know what I mean? But we were kids. We were younger now. And now as grown-ups, fathers, businessmen, business owners, we probably would have handled it different. You know what I mean? But, Mase is my brother. I'm always for the artist. Diddy's my big brother. I just wish before it gets out of hand and keeps going, the media explodes it even more.
Right.
They should have a sit down and work it out.
Absolutely. And you know what? My philosophy on business in general. I mean, well, the thought of business to me is so crazy because it's never personal. You know what I'm saying?
At least it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
With that being said, it's always not always, but sometimes it's something personal behind the business that doesn't let it get done.
Right.
And that could be what's going on here. It could not be. We don't know.
Right.
But, it should always be an area to be worked out if it's business.
If it's business.
You should be able to work it out.
You should work it through. You know what I'm saying? I think that, my philosophy on business is totally different. Because I think that most of the time, I think business is what's like tearing the world up, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Like it creates so much strife against everybody in the room because everybody fighting for a position to be able to create for their family. And
then you can easily throw that in when you do some BS to somebody and say it was business or, you know what I mean? You cut a person off from his job and say it was business.
It was just business, bro.
It's a good scapegoat line.
It's a scapegoat.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like that in the streets when it come down to getting bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, yo, I had to go do what I had to do in these streets in order to get my money. So I could get the bread for my family. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's it's a systematic breakdown for us as people to be able to cooperate with each other. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got it and you need something from me, I'm not gonna do it for you because you ain't got what I need. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not following what I need on my end to be able to make it happen. And I think that's so crazy and unfortunate because there's a lot of creative people out here and people who just might not understand the business of, music, or whatever the situation is, and get taken advantage of. And it's so unfortunate because it creates so many jaded people in the game. People hurt. Like straight
This is
up.
a business that thrives off talent, but lack of the business. They want talented young black and all type of artists that's super talented, but have no knowledge of the business. They'll take those are the ones that get chosen faster because they can make their money and they don't gotta. You know what I mean? The return is not the same. And as long as they can do that, the business can flourish for them.
For them, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's all good for them. That's why I was telling my homie Polo G yesterday. He came through. And I was like, man, make sure you get you a mentor, man. Somebody who could look out for you. I'm
going to hit him up, too, because I was trying to get him for my daughter's Sweet 16, but he was on the road or something happened. But he seemed like a pretty good young cat. That
he is,
you know what I mean?
man.
I'm going to hit him up and give him some jewels because he doing good, and we want to see him have a healthy career.
That's what I'm talking about. Healthy career, not spaced out or mad about the energies of the game that could really create that negative.
Yeah, because you can learn it early and avoid a lot of things too. You know what I mean? The more knowledge you obtain, the earlier stages of the game will help you on your journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, for all the shorties who want to, be as great as JadaKiss when it come down to these rhymes, bro. I mean, like you amaze me at your wordplay. Tell me the regiment that you had to go through to be able to create that wordsmith mastery.
I would say just being a fan of the game, just listening to the predecessors, listening to the contemporaries, listening to reading books, watching movies, just being a sponge in the hood, being a sponge around your parents, being a sponge around your older homies, your older uncles and cousins and brothers if you have them, and just rinsing it all out in the booth. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And not putting yourself in a bubble. Like, I embrace all of the new stuff, besides having a 23-year-old son that put me up on, whatever's coming out or, whatever's hot in his circle. So I when he bring it to me, I don't tell him I don't want to hear it. I listen, see what's going on, follow it up, see who's I think's going to have a career, I think who's a one-hit wonder, I think is taking it serious or not, and blend that kind of in with what I do. And gives your career legs. Like, you know what I mean? When you embrace this new stuff and you embrace the young cats, it makes you look extra cool. You know what I mean? I'm already cool, but I'm even cooler when I give a young cat like Polo G some game that'll help him out in the future years, and you know what I mean, just keep him abreast and updated on some stuff that he might not know or nobody want to tell him, or he just not even think something like that could happen. So you could pass on the knowledge and the jewels and have relationships and rapport with, your contemporary artists, like I said, the young cats, the older executives, the new ones, the fashion gurus, whoever.
Yeah.
Just relationships and rapport will take you a long way in this business.
Ooh, that was the biggest thing I understood about this game was relationships. You can't do nobody over in this game and not to run back into them again.
Yeah, it's gonna come. This is a big Ferris wheel. So,
yes.
You know what I mean? Whatever you do, it's gonna come back full circle. So if you do good business, that'll get noticed. If you do bad business, you're gonna run back into somebody affiliated remotely some way to somebody you did that to, and you get exposed for it.
Absolutely. 6 degrees of separation, for real. All right. You got any books? You talked about books. You reading any books right now? You got any recommendations?
I'm reading Rose's book.
Okay.
I gotta finish it because I get distracted. But I'm reading Ricky Rose's book. What's the name of it?
You might know the name of the book.
What's Ross' book name, Brian? The Google Fingers ain't whatever his joint is that came out with his album though.
Okay.
I was supposed to finish it already. It's a damn good book though. That's why I ain't rush it.
Right.
Hurricanes, a memoir. Yeah, Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, a memoir.
Fire.
That's what's up. Make sure y'all go cop that, read that. Right now, I'm just, I'm into spiritual things. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So I'm reading this book about this dude named Michael. I forget his last name, but it's called Things Unseen, or The Unseen Spirit World. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Jesus freak, and I believe that everything is spiritual, and all that we do. And a lot of times that we get disconnected from being good people towards each other because there are unseen things that motivate us or inspire us to go against each other. You know what I'm saying? I believe we all are designed to love each other and not destroy each other. So you got other entities. You see that cartoon, you got the angel and the devil on the side.
Shoulder,
yeah. It's just like that because a lot of stuff that we end up doing to each other, of course, when it comes down to war, just perpetual war at its best, it could be done if somebody would just be like, all right, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's always something that's going like, nah, fam.
On the shoulder.
You gonna let them,
demon on the shoulder that's keep poking you, yeah.
Yeah, so I think people need to really get to the point where they understand that level of spirituality in themselves and realize that sometimes you getting talked to by something else that tells you to do something different or out of line what God says to do. That, again, destroys our relationship with each other and puts us in this business mode. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's It's wild, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a chance to talk a lot about that, but you in the building right now, so I get a chance to say shit like
No
that.
doubt, no doubt.
All right, so man, All-Star Weekend, you got any events coming up or something like that?
Yeah, I got a couple hostings tonight, 1 or 2 tomorrow. I'll try to go to the game on Sunday. Just mingle, try to catch some of these fire drops y'all dropping in Chicago this weekend.
Absolutely.
Some of the Jordan, some of the Yeezys, some of the Don C's, some of the, you know what I mean?
That's
Trying
what's
to get
up.
some of this fire.
Yeah.
Go home with some fire.
Early. All right, and then again, the album.
Ignatius.
Yes.
February 28th. Stream it, absorb it, download it, just listen to it. It's no turn up. It's cerebral. It's musical. It's heartfelt. It's pain. It's real life situations. You know what I mean? But it's good music.
Absolutely.
Real good music.
I need y'all to ingest that. You know, sit down, put your AirPods on or whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you got to get into that mode to be able to ingest this music that he gives, man. And you got to listen to what he's saying. The master of words, JadaKiss, is in the building right now, man. I so appreciate you got a social media that anybody
You
can
can
follow
check
you
me
at.
out at The Real Kiss on Instagram, at The Real Kiss on Twitter, JadaKiss on Facebook.
Yeah.
And just say hi to me if you see me outside somewhere.
That's what's up, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you stopping by the show. You know
Thanks
what I'm
for
saying?
having me. I appreciate it. Chi-Town, I love y'all. Y'all already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
D-Block, LOX, so raspy.
Early. It's DJ Nathan on Power 92. Let's go. Let's go.
Power 92.3 FM.